Good morning, everybody. So, last night I overslept. I did not wake up until 9:10 at night, and I've got to be at work at 10 o'clock. So, I had no time to put on any makeup. Very unusual for me. I don't normally oversleep like that. But my alarm clocks just did not wake me up until the last one went off. Anyways, I'm gonna try and get some stuff into the green waste bin before they show up. I don't have anything in it yet because I just haven't really been working on that part of the yard, and I've got a dentist appointment today, this morning. Yes, I do have messed up teeth because I wore a retainer for years after high school, because, well, I ended up with a phobia about dentists after my experience with the orthodontist, because everything was painful every time for 3 years straight, and there was nothing I could do. Yeah. And, so I wore that retainer from the time I was 17 years old until I had cancer, and they told me I couldn't wear it anymore because, they need you to not have apparatuses, and you're not allowed to do a lot of things when you're in treatment. So I couldn't wear it anymore, and that's really when it became undeniable that I had a lot of damage from that piece of metal and plastic in my mouth for 25 or more years, maybe more like 30? No. Yeah, 30 years. 30 years. No. God. Whatever. I can't math, apparently. Okay, but I'm gonna get started trying to get a little bit into the green waste bin. Clearly that thing with the little vials that I was doing didn't really work for the level of vine that I have. Would probably work in the future to keep things from growing back. sitting out here and didn't realize it. Okay, they look like they're good, not rusty. this isn't just temporary. I have been focusing on the inside for the last few days, inside of the house. So I'll get back outside more after my camping trip, but I'm gonna have to be more balanced with things and actually do some of my inside projects. So I probably won't be having any more 4-hour long videos, which some of you guys will probably really appreciate. Heck, who am I kidding? Probably every single person that's ever watched any of my videos, except for another, will appreciate there not being any more 4-hour videos. Oh, by the way, it is 7:43 a.m. on Friday, September 5th, if anybody wondered. And my aim today is just to get this bin full before green waste shows up, and then get some watering done, and then go possibly have time to do some errands before my dentist appointment at 11. And tomorrow I'll just be making sure I've got all of my stuff ready for my trip, because I plan on being all packed up for my trip and just taking the truck to work on Saturday night so that I can just leave from work to go to my campsite. That one, you know, I think I was onto something with the idea of getting all of the vines that lead back to the same root system, sort of separated out together, or not, yeah. I'm gonna get them all separated so that I can work on one root system at a time, because going forward, once I've got this bed just completely poisoned, because that's what I'm gonna have to do. But going forward from there, there will be root systems from other places, I guess, and what I'm gonna have to do, I think, is just separate, or rather group together all of the vines leading from the same root system so that I can get all of those vines into a poison vial. That way it kills them better somehow, because I think that I was I didn't know what went where, because, well, these are vines. Vines don't grow in an organized way. So I was poisoning multiple different root systems instead of the same one. And hopefully, given that my plan is to basically just dig this bed out completely and then lay out a bunch of herbicide, hopefully that will kill everything in here. It's just, I know that these trumpet vines, they dig down deep, and they can survive on like no water, because I haven't watered this bed in literally years. But well, it gets water in the winter time. What did you run away from, Brownie? What was scary? But before I can start poisoning this bed to kill the trumpet vine root system, I've got to pull up my irises over here and put them in a pot. I'm probably going to do that after I get back from the trip. There we go. My mom gets so upset with me every single time I prune the trumpet vine, but she does not seem to understand that the trumpet vine is literally in the process of trying to kill every other plant in the front yard, including the fig tree that she loves so much that I can't water because watering it will be watering the trumpet vine. And I gave out hardly any fruit this year because I couldn't water it. Possible that it gave out hardly any fruit to us, and that instead our neighbors were picking the fruit. But that doesn't explain the fig tree in the backyard. That one gave out hardly any fruit either. Gave out hardly any fruit because here, and I couldn't get into the backyard to do watering really without cutting back a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I had to fight my way through to the faucet so that I could turn on water to do some slow deep watering on some of the other fruit trees, because I went back there to check on things, and man, my plum tree one of them looks like it's on the verge of death. Like half of it is just all open. It doesn't look good. That one might actually need to be replaced soon, which really sucks. But trees need water too. And apparently last year's supply from winter was not enough. I guess I'm gonna have to just try to, well, I mean, I don't know. I plan on having, God, I hope to be done with this stuff in the front yard by November, so that I can really focus on the backyard, or at least be finished with some of the problems with the vines up here. You know, I need to get the fence painted, the grapevine pruned, and the trellis, one row of the trellis, I need to get it just completely, all the poles for that cut down. Oh. He doesn't have a sign to tell me which one he is. Is it garbage or green waste? It's garbage, okay. No, it's not. Sorry, garbage is down there. Sorry. 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 Hiding behind the side. Unless it's green waste. The sign says garbage.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me turn it around for you. There you go. Thank you. Have a good weekend, sir. You too. Okay. Well, now that that's done, let's go water the plants. I admit it was a little bit frustrating that his sign said he was garbage, and then he ended up being green waste. Because he has a sign on the front of his windshield so that people know which one he is, right? And his sign said garbage. It did not say green waste. So I thought that he was one and not the other. Darn it. Oh, I are gonna make it. My little water bottles today. Oh no, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh no, don't topple over. Okay. Okay, I think I can deadhead these guys. Deadhead a bunch of these guys. Just working on deadheading the salvia right there. Apparently they do a lot better and bloom for longer if you deadhead them. So hopefully that inspires a little bit more blooming. Hummingbird definitely likes this one. I think that it probably likes this one better even than my red and white salvia. I'm very tempted to put this one into one of the big pots, but I don't know. I've only got those two. Those big pots were really freaking expensive. But they're also really, really light. I think that what I'll do, I don't know. I'll look up and see if I can take a cutting off of my hummingbird tree and propagate another one that way. That way I can have 2 hummingbird trees. Or maybe even 3 if I do 2 of them that way. Because this hummingbird tree I do plan on putting over into the area where the trumpet vine is right now. But yeah, obviously not while I'm trying to kill stuff, you know, but it would be really nice to continue to have hummingbird trees in these pots, you know? So maybe if I try to propagate the cuttings. Do you guys like my Make California Great Again hat? Oh, and I gotta show you my new sign. It's technically a yard sign. I bought it. Darn thing cost me 30 bucks too. let's get caught up on my car. Okay, let's go back there. From the water, your mommy might spray it at you. And then what will you do? You'll have to go find a spot to lay down in the sun if your mommy does that. What's going on here? What the heck? What's up with all of that? Okay, well, let's turn the water down a little bit. Oh, first I gotta water my yarrow real quick. We were getting quite so much sun right there. I've got these freaking yellow spots on my cucumbers. I think I'm just gonna cut those leaves off. Yeah, I've got some pruners in my pocket, so let's just cut these guys off. Maybe I will get more cucumbers if they don't have as much leaves. Yes. Or maybe I've got all of these yellow spots on the leaves because it's like early September, so maybe that is the way that it has decided to tell me that it's winding down, or maybe that's its way of telling me I haven't watered it enough lately, even though I've given it water almost every day. I don't think I've been watering it too much. I don't know. What's going on with this? If I cut back these leaves, in theory, that'll tell me what's going on. Because I'll be able to see what's going on in here. healthy other than those few leaves that were all yellow. Maybe it's a winding down kind of thing. Either way, cutting the leaves off will allow me to see a little bit better if there are any veggies hiding down here for me. And I can only hope that there are more veggies. But I have a feeling that it's just starting to wind down for the year. And that tells me I definitely did plant them a little too late in the year. I definitely need to do my planting earlier in the year, for sure. Lot of blooms. I mean, there's a few, and hopefully there will be fruits on there. Maybe I should have been cutting off the leaves all along. I don't know. Up here, I've got these fruits right here that for some reason they look like they're all like yellow instead of green, which that's interesting. Maybe that's another indicator that everything is winding down. It's been quite a little while since I've really tried to grow any vining fruit, so I don't know. Yeah. You know, I got a bunch of salads out of it. That was all I wanted, you know? Next year, I just gotta start earlier in the year. Gotta do my planting no later than the middle of April. That sounds about right. No later than the middle of April. Probably, it looks like it's ready to me. Okay. Yeah. I've got to finish getting the fence done because I don't know if I've told you guys, but I plan on, so I'm gonna cut down the grapes and get rid of the trellis that these guys are growing on currently. And yes, it will give the porch area a lot more sun, which won't be necessarily the greatest, except if the porch area is getting a lot more sun, I can put a few more plants out here for my mom, you know. And so after I have the fence painted, I'm actually gonna put like about a foot or so, maybe 6-inch wide planter right in front of the fence, and you know, I'll be moving the violets into that so that they're all in a line along here in front, and you know, instead I'm actually, you guys can see what I'm planning on using, this corrugated steel down here that I've got right there, that I'm gonna move that so that it's along on the other side of the fence, or you know, right in front of the fence here, so that all of that will basically be a planter area, you know, and that'll be good. It'll be cute and all that. And this corrugated steel fence, or not fence, but planter, I'm gonna make it basically be flush with where the current like trellis for the trumpet vine is, you know, because we do have to have a planter in front, because there's a park entrance literally right in front of our yard, and if we don't have a great big retaining wall and planter and all like that right in front here, somebody's gonna plow into our yard and then through our house. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want a car plowing through the front of my house, you know? So that's why we got the retaining wall there, because it's in front of the park entrance. So we have to, you know, it's, that wall has been hit several times already. So better their car than our house, you know? Anyways, that's all I've got for now. It's 8:30. I've got some errands that I have to run before my doctor's appointment. So I hope everybody has a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.